Horace is never short of opinions. That's one of the things that makes him so much fun. And he is never afraid to share his opinions on what he knows best, especially, and this would probably be the writing of poetry and what he sees as the noble contributions to culture. He was largely, again, a court poet, working in Rome for the emperor, and he did an awful lot to celebrate the glory of Rome, which is what he was supposed to do, and that's how he made his money and got a nice little comfortable villa and all of that. And he seems very happy to have done so. But you get the sense in one particular ode that he has a little bit of a competition thing going with some of the other heroes of the day. He maybe feels a little bit slighted in the worship that he is afforded. I'm speaking here of Ode 30 primarily, the Exegi Monumentum. Sorry, Latin. I have built a monument more lasting than bronze and set higher than the pyramids of kings. It cannot be destroyed by gnawing rain or wild north wind, by the procession of unnumbered years or by the flight of time. I shall not wholly die. A great part of me will escape Libitina. My fame will grow, ever renewed in time to come. As long as the priest climbs the Capitol with the silent virgin, I shall be spoken of where fierce Aufidius thunders, and where Daunus, poor in water, rules the country people. From humble beginnings, I was able to be the first to bring Aeolian song to Italian measures. Take the proud honor, well-deserved, Melpomene, and be pleased to circle my hair with the laurel of Delphi. Tight little poem, but what's it really going at here? It's a competition. It is him saying, hey, you think you're great here? You military leaders who are such heroes in a militaristic culture? Well, I'm immortal. Beat that. I have built a monument more lasting than bronze and set higher than the pyramids of kings. Pyramids is an interesting notion because where you have pyramids, but Egypt, the site of the defeat of Cleopatra and Mark Antony's forces, so you get a sense of, well, that was nice what the military did, but I can beat it. The cultural or the religious aspects of the culture come when he talked about the priest performing these ritual acts, and all right, great, yeah, Rome has a great religious tradition, a great, it's very favored by the gods, and the priests and all, fantastic, they're wonderful, God bless them. But I can beat them. I am immortal. How is he immortal? Well, he sees the heroes being immortalized in statues and art and other great monuments around Rome, and he says, yeah, okay, that's nice. Stuff happens to marble, though. It will fall apart. It'll get eroded by rain. Bronze, well, it can be very soft, really. I can beat it. And specifically, because in this Roman society that so values the martial military prowess and so honors that tradition, where he is honored, but maybe not as much, he has the guts to say, to shift it out of the narrow confines of the Roman Empire perspective. And he says that part of what will make him immortal, part of what values him as almost a god, because gods are immortal, is that he imported Greek art. He was the first to bring Aeolian song to Italian measures. He took the Greek traditions, the Greek rhythms of poetry, the Greek structures and meters, and all of that cultural richness, and brought it into Italy. He wasn't the first, he wasn't the only necessarily, but he certainly did an awful lot. He popularized an awful lot of it. And he did important work in co-opting, culturally appropriating, if you will, Greek culture into Rome, so that he can brag that he is the Greek citizen of Rome, of sorts. And Rome had huge cultural indebtedness to Greece, obviously. The structure of the gods, the identities of the gods, the the Aeneid is just a ripoff in a certain sense of Homer. So he's saying, I was there first, and I value Greece perhaps more than you. So if the military heroes are the great Romans, all right, fine, you can have that. I'm more than Roman, though. I am Greek, I'm Roman, I'm universal. And that has greater value ultimately, because I will be quoted. My writing will be read for centuries, millennia to come. And it has. While the Roman Empire ceased to be very early on, let's say, it survived for another couple hundred years after he died, and historians will argue this way and that way about, well, you know, it lived on in the Catholic Church and the structure of this and that and the other and the tradition of Europe and all of that. But still, the Roman Empire effectively dies 300 years later, and no military accomplishment survives. It became, no land. So the accomplishments of these heroes, these military heroes, ultimately falls to nothing. But here we are, centuries, millennia later, reading Horace. So maybe he had a point.